Hello there, my beautiful friends. How's it going? You're probably wondering what this is, or actually you're probably not, because you probably read the title. And if for some reason you didn't, you can clearly see with your own eyes the lovely cast of Danganronpa Live or Die in your faces, in your eyeballs right now on tierlistmaker.com. That's not the website's name. Tiermaker.com. You can probably put two and two together. We are going to be ranking the cast of Danganronpa Live or Die. I guess the more important question is why I'm doing this. Why isn't there a Danganronpa another episode right now? It is Monday after all. Well, like I said in the last episode, I kind of want to recalibrate the way I go about doing uh, not just Danganronpa another, but anything and I play in the future. Just recalibrate the way I go about the Fangan series as a whole, and I figured this week would be a good week to just sort of take a chill, sort of relax, and while I'm figuring things out, and just do something a little something fun that's related to the Fangans, but not actually playing them. Um, an idea I've had for a long time, and I was kind of hoping to do this after I completed Danganronpa another, but fuck it, we can do it now. Um, I have this vision, right? I have this dream. Obviously, I'm gonna be playing these Fangans for as long as I possibly can because I really enjoy doing them. Um, but I have this vision of once I complete every finished Fangan, every full fledged Fangan, so all three of them. Um, I thought it'd be really cool to have a tier list though, ranking all the characters we met on all these journeys and all these Danganronpa fan worlds, and rank and right like I said, ranking them all in beautiful harmony, in accordance to my opinion on them. Um, like I said, just this big old tier list with every single character, Megumi to Yuki to Shiho, all of them, every single one, um, and yeah, so that's something I'd like to just come back to every now and then after we complete a couple of Fangans. Um, just we look back at one we've already played and rank their characters. And today I want to do that with the one that started it all, Danganronpa Live or Die. And possibly also we'll get to Survivor's Guilt as well. I have that queued up in case Live or Die doesn't make a long enough video. But yeah, so I figured might as well start with the Aru and Raven cinematic universe of Danganronpa fan games, since they're the reason I even started playing fan games on this channel to begin with, really. Uh, yeah, I gotta start with them. Obviously, I gotta start with the specifically Live or Die. Uh, the Another reason I'm doing this is because when you're so caught up in the moment while playing these games, it can be really hard, at least for me anyway, to express how I really feel about certain elements, certain plot twists, certain characters, and obviously, I try to do my best to a certain extent, but it can be really hard for me to like formulate constructive thoughts, if you will. But now that it's been a couple months since I played Live or Die, and I've sat down on it, I've thought about it for a minute. I feel like I'm gonna be more properly able to form coherent sentences that aren't just me being like, "Whoa, this is awesome and cool, and I like it a lot." Give some more in depth thoughts as to what I think about these characters and some of the and by extension, since the characters are like the core of every Danganronpa story, also just the creative decisions that were made throughout the course of the tale, if you will. Um, so yeah, I figured this would be a good way for me to any sort of last minute thoughts I have on these Fangans that I didn't quite get to while actually playing through them. I figured this would be a good way to share them now. Uh, you know, so yeah, I thought this would be fun to do on multiple different levels. And like I said, I'd like to do this for every single Fangan I play at some point. We'll see if I actually end up doing that. It's an idea I have, but no promises really. Um, it just it, I do just have this vision though that I'd like to do. And yeah, I wanna try and make it happen if I can, because I just think it'd just be a really cool sight. Just looking back, be like, wow, look at all these Fangans I played. Look how many hours I sat in this chair and talked about teenagers killing themselves. Just real beautiful stuff, honestly. So yeah, we're gonna start with Live or Die. Uh, I have the tiers. I have tiers going from S to F rank, and they should be pretty self-explanatory. S rank. Well, hold on. First of all, uh, let me put on some music because we're gonna get real chill up in here, okay? And I'm gonna have some music in the background as well. So we'll see how it goes. It may not sound the best, but this is my first time trying something like this. But we'll see. Let me just open the music folder. Why is my music player not playing the music? Music player, play the music. Play the music for me. Okay, yeah. So there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a bunch of my favorite songs from various different video games playing in the background. If you do want to know a specific song, I'll put them in the description at some point. If you're watching this close to a release, it may not be there right away, but uh, at some point I'll put them in the description because I just want to share my favorite video game music with you all. Uh, so yeah, I have some nice music playing in the background while we do this and just chit chat about these characters, shoot the shit, shoot the breeze, shooting a lot of things, honestly. So let me explain the tiers to you. So like I said, we got them going from S to F, and okay, just making sure everything's okay. Just really want this to go well. So S tier, I'm saving for the best of the best, the cream of the crop characters. And again, this is all my opinion, so keep that in mind. You are free to disagree. If you honestly, when it comes to like Live or Die and Survivor's Guilt, if you told me any of these characters were your favorite character, I would not judge you at all. I think all these characters are great in their own way. This is just going based on how I feel about the characters personally. So it's gonna be heavily biased towards my own personal tastes and my own favorite tropes and whatnot. So keep that in mind. Also, I should give one more disclaimer. There will be spoilers. I will be discussing spoilers. So just if you haven't finished Live or Die, what are you doing, man? Go play. It's a great game, but yeah. Just be warned. That is to be expected. God, I'm really tired right now. I'm really honoring our first ever Fangan series by making the same mistake I made in the first episode of Live or Die and staying up ridiculously late to record this because my insomnia's kicking in. So I might be a little brain dead right now, but hey, that's fine. Fuck it, we ball, you know. So yeah. Yeah, so tiers. S rank, cream of the crop, my personal favorite characters. I love them. I would kill for them. If they told me I would listen to their every command. A rank is characters that I really like a lot, but aren't quite my favorites for whatever reason. B rank is like just a tier below that. They're great characters, but I don't really have a lot to say about them. I don't love them as much as the others. They're good. I enjoy their company, but they're not like my favorites. You know, Like S and A are like, if those characters die, I'm gonna be devastated. You know, B is like, I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be sad if they die. C is kind of just middle of the road. No strong opinions one way or the other, negative or positive. D is when we start getting into like characters I don't like as much. Um, Not to the point where I necessarily hate them, but you know, again, if they die, I'm not really gonna feel anything. I'm not gonna feel really joyful that they died per se, but also it's like I don't really care that much. And then F tier is for characters I despise. I feel like the like sort of if they died scale is really good for this. Cause yeah, for F tier if they died, I probably would cheer in gleeful harmony. I don't like them. Uh, for whatever reason. And that's not to say any character that goes in F is like an objectively bad character or anything. Um I don't know if there's any character within Live or Die or Survivor's Guilt that I would put in F tier off the top of my head. I guess we'll see if I get to them. Maybe I'll, I'm not sure what I'm gonna play some of these characters. Honestly, I haven't really thought about it ahead of time, so we're just gonna talk it out, you know. But if I do this for like another, for example, Danganronpa another, there's a few characters unless they change over the course of chapters 3 to 6. There's a few characters I could imagine myself putting in F tier, but not because I think they're like badly written, like on the author's part or anything. I feel like they fill their roles pretty well. Just I personally don't like them. Like I said, this is just going off my personal opinion. Oh fuck! Sorry, I just accidentally hit my desk with my knee, trying to adjust myself. Ugh. Okay, we're good. But yeah, so I'm not really looking at these characters like super objectively when it comes to this tier list. Obviously, I'll talk about like some of their good qualities and bad qualities. But it is mostly just going to be based on my opinion, so keep that in mind. Take it with a grain of salt. If your favorite character ends up at a lower tier, please don't manhunt me. That's all I'm asking. Please don't be mad at me. With that said, we have 16 characters to rank. Technically a few more. I will be including. This is just the main cast right here, but I will be including some of the spoilery characters too. I will discuss them as well when we get to them. This specific tier list, by the way, I should mention, was made by Pan Soman. So shout out to them. The Survivor's Guild one, if we do get to it, was actually made by Raven themselves, one of the creators of the game. But this one was made by some other dude, some other person, and it uses the portrait art, which I'm gonna be real. I haven't really taken a look at the Live or Die portrait art too much. It is I really like it. I really like it. That's all I'll say. It's nice. It looks a lot of these characters just it really brings out their best. I also really like how the squibbles in the background, the black lines, it says so much about the character and who they are with so little. I think it's a nice little touch. But yeah, shout out to the artist on these portrait sprites. But yeah, let's get going. Let's get going. I don't think I have any more prelude to give. So I guess we'll just start with Alucard here since he's here. Alexa, volume 3. Sorry, I gotta turn down my TV. I'm already picking up on the mic. Okay, so yeah, let's start with Alucard. Alucard is a very See, this is gonna be one of the hard characters to rank. I like him, I'll say that much. Whether he goes in like A or B tier is where I'm kind of like on the fence about. I do like him a lot. Um, I think they make for a very interesting rival character too, which I was not expecting them to be like the rival of the game when we first met them, but they fit that role pretty well. They have an interesting philosophy about the killing game that I think makes for some pretty tense situations. They fit their role quite well, and by the time they do come around, and he starts accepting the friend group and whatnot and working together with them, you feel like really happy. You're like, hell yeah, man, fuck yeah, awesome. So I gotta take a sip of water. But like you feel really accomplished. It's like, heck yeah, friendship is winning, man. I really like his design as well. I think he has a very cool design, and I do like that he's not afraid to tackle the gender roles. He's not afraid to question them. Um, I think it makes for some great diversity in the game. Excuse me. And yeah, it just adds to his character. So fuck, it's hard to decide where I want to put him. There was a lot I like about him, but I don't like. He's not like one of my favorites, you know. I guess another thing I really like is his dynamic with Aerie. That sort of relationship, the goofball with the brooding, serious person. That dynamic is like one of my favorites in fiction. I love it so much. I kind of wish they got more screen time together. TBH, they didn't really get as much screen time as I would have liked personally. But the screen time they did have was a delight. The screen time they did have together was a delight. I will say I do wish I do wish we saw Alucard warm up to Aerie a little bit more over the course of the game. I feel like it wasn't like, it wasn't like one of the most developed parts of the game, if that makes sense. Not that it was bad or anything. I just feel like there were a lot of other parts of the game that got a lot more attention, that got a lot more focus and development, and I mean, when you're making a game, you can only put so much in within a limited amount of time, So it's like, it makes sense. Some stuff, like, there's going to be some stuff I probably am like, I would love to see more of that. And, yeah, Alucard and Aerie's relationship is probably one of those things, honestly. But, just looking at Alucard by himself, I feel comfortable. It's tough. It's tough. I will say it's either like a high B or mid to low A. I'll say that much. You know what? I'll be nice. Alucard makes for like a genuinely threatening rival at some parts. I think he deserves A. I'll put him in A. A for Alucard. I think that's a perfectly fine place to start this off. And of course, I can always change these later, I suppose. I don't have to worry too hard about it. But yeah, I think putting him at A, I think that's fair. So I guess we will move on to Ayaka, and that's the easiest S tier of my life. I love her. If you watched my series, you know I love her. She's my favorite character, without question. Ayaka, I could go on and on and on about her. I just love her a lot. I like her a lot. Hanging out with her, she was my favorite one to do free time events with. The trope of like the shy girl breaking out of her shell and becoming more self-confident and reliable is probably one of my favorite tropes in fiction. Even if it is a little cliche. But I think they handled Ayaka really well. And I loved geeking out with her about flowers. Ayaka's just a sweetheart all around. Ayaka's just a super sweetie. How can you not like her? How can you not love her? She is so cool. She has a great design. Um, if she was real, I would be her best friend. That's all I'm saying. I love her. There you go. Is that enough? Uh, Again, I could go on and on and on about her, but yeah, I don't think I have to. I feel like my playthrough of the game kind of speaks for itself. Chapter 5 devastated me. If you did not see, I already warned you about spoilers, so it was to be expected. But yeah, if you did not see my my video covering the deadly life section of Chapter 5, I was a wreck. I was not having a great time. It ruined my whole day. Thank you, Aru and Raven. Uh, no, I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding. But, no, genuinely, I was devastated. The reveal that she was the mastermind all along, well, not technically her, like, she had a mastermind personality imprinted into her that gave her, like, a split personality of sorts. That was a really well done twist that I feel like was, looking back at the game, looking back on like some of my episodes and whatnot, um, there's some pretty good clues there, honestly, and maybe some of it is me overthinking it. Like, for example, one of the things I noticed was in chapter 1 when Yukido's body is discovered for the first time. She passes out at the sight of blood, and I feel like that's a really cool connection to a main series Danganronpa character, Toko, who also does the same thing. She passes out at the sight of blood. And you know what else these two characters have in common? They have a split personality. I don't know if that was intentional, but I like to believe it is. Either way, I think it's a cool little coincidence. And then, of course, like, you know, the symbology of her flowers. There's a lot of clues that pointed towards her being the mastermind. It was a really well done twist that took me by surprise. And like I said, absolutely wrecked me, which was its intended goal. So, bravo, bravo, Aru and Raven, on your accomplishment of ruining my life. But no, for real, I love her so much. She is probably she's probably my favorite character that's come out of this universe of sorts. Well, okay, Kokoro could take that place. TBH. I really like Kokoro, but we'll discuss that later. Survivor's Guild is not finished yet. But, yeah, obviously, by the way, too, if we do Survivor's Guild, it is only going to be based on their Chapter 1 appearance. So, this is whatever ranking I give here is very subject to change. But, yeah, hopefully the Live or Die is the Live or Die ranking is pretty set in stone. It could still change though, depending on my whim. But Ayaka is definitely S tier for life. There's no removing her. I guess I guess we should talk about Bayaka as well, as I've dubbed her. There's not an image for her. But, fuck it, yeah, we'll rank her as well. I mean, if we're going in alphabetical order, B is next. Bayaka is what I've dubbed the evil alter ego of Ayaka. Because I'm goofy. I don't know. Yeah, so, I lost my train of thought. Fuck me. Bayaka, yes. Since she killed Ayaka, I mean, I have... Well, she didn't technically kill her, but she was the reason she died. I think I have to be fair here and give her an F tier. No, I'm joking. But, actually ranking her as a villain, she does make for a very effective villain. I I feel like her main goal though is really just to give some exposition, build the world up. You know, she doesn't really do a whole lot that we see on screen, but I mean, for a brief appearance, she is very effective. Uh, like I said, the twist of Ayaka being the mastermind is very shocking, and the complete 180 from regular Ayaka to Bayaka really helps with that feeling. But like I said, she doesn't really do a whole lot. Her main purpose is just to really build the world out, which hey, you know what? It was needed. It was needed, and she fills that role quite well while still being pretty intimidating and pretty memorable. So, you know, I don't think I can rank her S, but definitely an A or B. Yeah. Should we just put her at B for Bayaka? I will say too though, I do have I do have a special bias towards her because a funny thing happened. I got a Discord message randomly. I'm in the Discord server for Live or Die and Survivor's Guild. In case you don't know, I don't really talk there much because I'm pretty shy. But I got tagged on there once, by I think it was Raven. I'm pretty sure it was Raven, but uh, they said that they started calling Ayaka Bayaka because of my Let's Play series. The actual creators of the game start changing how they refer to this specific character because of my stupid gag, which I feel incredibly honored by. I can't confirm they still do that, honestly, but even if it was just for a brief amount of time that they were doing that, I mean, I gotta feel honored. So I think I got put Bayaka in A tier just for that. Cause like, I don't know, I just feel cool. It just the fact that I got that message saying that the stupid joke I came up with in like a millisecond to just lighten the mood a little, change the way the creators themselves refer to the character, even if it was just once or twice. I mean, it makes me feel pretty cool, honestly. You know what? Bayaka gets an A tier. I'm saying it right now. Bayaka an A tier. All right, now we can move on to the real characters again. Chidori. I actually really like Chidori. She does do some like tactics that like I guess saying they annoy me isn't necessarily correct, but like I don't necessarily like agree with them. Like the hunger strike, I was just kind of like I don't know. That doesn't seem like the wisest idea. But like you know, it didn't like annoy me. I understood where she was coming from. Like when you're the ultimate protester, that was that her title? It was something along those lines. But like when that's like what you do, that's like you've made tons of changes that way. Like it makes sense. Hold on, I gotta make sure I got her title right. Now I'm doubting myself. Oops. I cannot spell her name right. My big fat thumbs keep fucking... There we go. Activist. Activist was the title. Yes. That was it. Thank you. I knew I was wrong. But yeah, like I see where she's coming from, definitely. And I respect the commitment. Like, honestly, I respect her. She's definitely a cool character. I would definitely hang out with her. I would be friends with her for sure. I just feel like sometimes she like I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel like sometimes she leaned too hard on that one trait. And not that that's necessarily a bad thing. I just think when it comes to like comparing her to the other characters, there's not as much with her that I can like actively connect with, because it just kept coming back to her activism, which, you know, I understand. But I would have liked to learn some more about her, and we did get little snippets of stuff like that. You know, like her music taste and whatnot. But I don't know. I would have liked for her personality to be a little bit more, diverse, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's the term I'm looking for. Point is, I don't hate her. It's just when like comparing her to the other characters, she isn't one of my favorites. She does her role successfully in the story and whatnot, like objectively speaking, but for me personally, just comparing her to some of the other characters, I just you know, I wish some other aspects of her personality could have come to light. Like I said, it just seems to go back to like to the same thing over and over again. And like I understand it, but like I don't know, doesn't make for the most interesting character to me. So like obviously higher than C. A or B. I mean, I kind of do like her more than Alucard, though. TBH. So, like, I feel like that, like just a gut feeling, if you ask me which I prefer over Chidori or Alucard, I'd probably say Chidori. So, I guess I gotta put her at A. If I put Alucard at A. Yeah, I just wish she did a little bit more. Like I said, the Hunger Strike's like a perfect example of, like, how this keeps coming back to the same thing, and it's like, yeah, I mean, like, I get it. It's not necessarily very helpful, though, in this case. She did make for a commendable leader, though. Like a very strong, down-to-earth character that, like, everyone could rely on. She was the one that initiated a lot of the group hangout events. But just looking at her by herself, doing like free times with her and whatnot, I just feel like I didn't get enough of her, you know? Yeah, I feel like that's the best way to put it. I like her a lot, but I want more from her. And hey, if that's like your biggest problem as a character, then hey, that's a pretty damn good character if you don't mind me saying. You know, now that I'm thinking, I kind of want to change the tier list all A. Now that I'm thinking about it. Is it too soon? Is it too soon to go back on my word? Because, like, I'm thinking right now. Fuck. That's the thing. I'm, like, comparing all these characters to one another. And it's like... It's like there are a lot of characters I like more than Alucard, you know? It just feels weird to shove that many characters into A tier. Simply for that purpose. I feel like I might put Alucard a bit too high for me. Yeah, sorry, Alucard. Sorry, I hate to do it to you. But it is what it is. Yeah, that feels more right. Yeah, I gotta keep the death method in mind too. So like if a character dies, how devastated would I be if they died? And I was pretty sad when Chidori died. Alucard, if he died, like I'd be sad, but I wouldn't be like as upset as like Ayaka or Chidori, you know. So yeah, I feel like B is a pretty good ranking for Alucard, for me personally. Like I said, can't emphasize that enough. What song is playing right now? Oh, Sonic 06. That's what's playing. Hell yeah, my favorite video game of all time. Okay. Yeah, this feels better. This feels better. So we got one in the all the good tiers. Nothing in any of like the negative subpar tiers yet. And it'll probably stay that way for a while. Daichi is next. Daichi, the ultimate soccer player. You know what? It feels right to talk about him with Haruo. I know we're skipping ahead a bit, but it just feels right because these two characters are just so interconnected in my mind. Danganronpa Live or Die set up a lot of ships, like a lot. We already mentioned Eri and Alucard. There's Megumi and Ryu, Rin and Pascal, Sayori and why can't I think of his name right now? Janitor Man. I cannot think of his name right now. Maybe I should have the Fanganronpa wiki entry of Live or Die up just so I'm not forgetting any names. I feel like it's just his name I'm forgetting right now though. Yeah, I think it's literally just his name. Katsuya, that's his name. Sorry, Katsuya. My bad. But yeah, they set up a lot of ships. Most of them, I think all of them actually ended up getting split up. But I honestly think out of all of them, Haru and Daichi were probably my favorite. Like I said, I think Eri and Alucard's dynamic as a concept appeals to me more. But like Eri and Daichi or not Eri and Daichi, Daichi and Haru are almost a similar concept, you know? The super serious, guy and the slacker, fun-loving person. It's a little different, obviously, but it does have a similar vibe that I really like. And they get a lot more screen time and a lot more build-up. And I feel like out of all the ships, it was the one I was definitely the most devastated when it eventually ended up being split due to Haru's execution. And yeah, that chapter 4 was a very sad chapter. That really just showed how much the two care for each other, and really just made me feel a stronger emotional bond with the pair as a whole. Excuse me, I need more water. Oh, Christ. I think it was also definitely the ship I made the most comments about how how much I want them to kiss. So I mean, if that says anything. So yeah, I think I can definitively say these two are my favorite pair in the game. As for where they'd rank, I guess we can talk about Synthetic Love a bit too, since well, Daichi is in Synthetic Love. This version of Haruo is not, but we can talk about the other version of Haruo as well and rank him. There's not a Synthetic Love tier list considering the game only has like 3 characters, but so we can just throw him in on this tier list as well. Now I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's look at their individual traits first. About what I appreciate about them individually. Daichi. To be fair, to be completely honest, I did not like Daichi that much at the start. He just didn't really appeal to me. The biggest draw to me with him was his relationship with Haruo. But I really do think Chapter 4 is what made me really start liking him. Just the unwavering optimism and positivity that he has. and then learning how he can keep such a strong head in dire situations in Synthetic Love, just really made him like just really made me like him more and more. Just the more I hung out with him and I got to see him. And yeah, he may not have been like the smartest during trials or anything, but fucking he tackled a gun wielding maniac for us. So I feel like I gotta give him credit for that. That was pretty awesome. Like I feel like, you know what? Yeah, I think he's an A tier for me. I didn't like him that much at first. Like I said, if I was doing this ranking during like chapters 1, 2, or 3, he'd probably be in C. He was just kind of whatever to me, but just he grew on me a lot. He really did. Just that infectious positivity he has. So I think I gotta give him A. Haruo, on the other hand, this version of Haruo, I feel like it's A or B. I mean, I was really sad when he died. I feel like, again, Chapter 4 really made me like him a lot. Just seeing how much he was willing to risk for Daichi. He had this, like, snobbish, stuck-up personality, but it really did show he cared for those, that he was close to. And, he, I liked him before that, too. It's not like Daichi where I felt kind of whatever towards him at the beginning. I did like him since the start. I did make fun of him a lot, too, though. He did say some goofy stuff. But, I don't know, that was part of his charm to me. So I feel like A is a pretty good tier for Haruo as well. Yeah. It's hard to, like, decide if I should rank these, like, order the tiers as well. Like, try and organize the separate tiers for my favorite to least favorite within each individual bracket. Maybe eventually I'll do that. I won't for now. That sounds like a lot to think about. And I'm gonna pull a Daichi and just I don't want to think right now. Instead, let's move on to our next character. Not Eri, actually. Synthetic Love Haruo. I did say we'd throw him on there somewhere. So, Synthetic Love Haruo is very much like, Live or Die Haru, because they're from the same personality flashlight gun thing. Flashback light, that's what it's called. I know my terminology. I'm a Danganronpa fan. But, so yeah, personality-wise, they're very similar, but obviously, Synthetic Love Haru is in the midst of depression. He's cut off pretty much all contact with other humans, and, yeah, he's kind of just, he's living in his own filth, which, they make sense. He's being forced to be in a killing game and killing a lot of people to get out and then being told it was all for a reality show probably is not the greatest for the mental state. Something I really love about Synthetic Love is that it uses the core of Danganronpa and the themes of Danganronpa to tell a very relatable story. I talked a lot about it during my playthrough of it, how I could connect to Haruo. And yeah, that's still true. They were able to tell a very impactful story about this real condition that harms a lot of people using the silly over the top backdrop that is Danganronpa, which is incredibly impressive. So yeah, I relate to that version of Haru a lot. But with that said, obviously he does have his own negative traits, his own toxic traits. But like, yeah, obviously, like someone who's been through a situation like that isn't gonna be isn't gonna be like the greatest person ever. Um, and but I admire the fact that the game acknowledges that, and but still acknowledges that he can get better. He just has to work hard at it. Um, and it's nice. It was nice to hear I'm stuttering a lot. I apologize. It was nice to hear at the end of Synthetic Love, and also during little intermissions in Survivor's Guilt, that the end of Synthetic Love, intermissions in Survivor's Guilt, that he was doing good and getting his life back on track. It made me really happy to hear. I feel like I gotta put that version of Haru at. You know what? I feel like it's probably a pretty high A as well. Yeah, I'll put it at a pretty high A. Maybe yes. It's tough because the thing is, I really did connect to that version of Haru. And if I'm being completely honest, I still struggle with a lot of the same problems that he did. Even to this present day. So it was kind of just... I don't want to get all like sappy or whatnot. It feels weird being so vulnerable on camera like this, but it was kind of a very nice reminder that what I'm going through right now, and what I have been through, doesn't define me as a person, and I can't always move on from that. I gotta work at it, obviously, and that can be a lot, and it can be hard, but it is possible. There is hope. Yeah, I feel like I didn't give Synthetic Love enough credit for just how inspiring of a message it was to me at the time. Because like I said, it's just very weird to be vulnerable on camera. I feel like I'm not super used to it. And now I'm all awkward and laughing and making a fool out of myself. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Synthetic Love Haru also gets an S tier, just because of how that personal connection I grew to him. Yeah, like I said, he does have a lot of character flaws, and the game does acknowledge that, but handles them very well. And yeah, it was like I said, it's just a nice little message. It's just a very nice message that, again, masterfully uses the over the top nature of Danganronpa and creates a really compelling, like, realistic depiction of depression and all this other stuff. And like I said, obviously I never had it as bad as Haruo. So like I don't want to make you guys worry about me. But there are moments where I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anyone. My room ends up becoming a mess because I just don't feel like doing anything. I sleep all day. Yeah, again, I don't want to make you guys worry about me. I shouldn't be talking about this anymore. It's just, what I'm trying to say is that I think Synthetic Love left a much bigger impact on me than I let on. And, yeah, so that's my chance to make up for that. Eri now, let's talk about something fun. Eri. The ultimate comedian, thank God. Come to save us. Yeah, I liked Eri, though. I liked Eri a lot. I feel like she kind of falls into the same trap as Chidori, where I like her a lot. I kind of wish we got to know more of her, though. I don't know. I just feel like um she didn't have the most multifaceted personality. Um, what we did get, I really liked. It just left me wanting more. With that said, though, like I said, if that's your biggest problem as a character, then like, I don't know, that's not such a terrible problem to have. And again, you guys may disagree with me. This is just my own personal opinions, like I said before. Um, maybe you guys got plenty of Aerie. But I kind of want to see more for her. I kind of feel bad that it took me so long to realize that she was trans. I don't know how I didn't realize it sooner. I don't think I realized it until like chapter 5 or 4, right? It was very late in the game, pretty close to her death. But yeah, I like Aerie a lot. She can go. I really want to like her more, honestly. But I just feel like I didn't. I didn't grow as much of a connection to her as some other characters. I feel like, as much as I want to. Not that she was bad by any means. Obviously, I liked her a lot. I was really sad when she died, but yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling B. I feel like she can go next to a good Bud Alucard. Yeah, that just feels right. That just feels right. This is hard. This is harder than I thought it'd be. Point is, I like Aerie a lot. She's cool. She did never finish that joke from the prologue, but I'll forgive it. Yeah, did I finish Aerie's free time events now that I'm thinking about it? I don't know. I don't remember if I did or not. I feel like if there's any like indication that she's trans, it's probably in there. Or if there's any moment where she just explicably says it. Which might have explained why I took so long to figure it out, but hey. It is what it is. Yeah, I think it was chapter 5 that I figured out. Literally, like, right before her death. So sorry, Aerie. I love you. But, B tier. Fu is essentially just Kaede, and I really like Kaede a lot, so, like, that's an A tier for me. Yeah. It's pretty much just Kaede with the twist of her forgetting her memories, which makes for a very compelling narrative for Live or Die, making you wonder what the implications of Kaede being around is, if she even is Kaede. I mean, she is Kaede, I just told you that, but, you know, when you first play the game, you're not 100% sure, obviously. It creates some very interesting narratives, and leads to a lot of, like, just really interesting theories that you could formulate from it. And yet, despite all the theories I was coming up with, the game still managed to surprise me with its ultimate twist. But yeah, Fu acts as one of the biggest clues to what the twist at the end is, and she does her job very well, while still keeping all the traits that make Kaede such a great character. Yeah, I like her. I like her a lot. And thanks to Fu, Shuichi and Kaede finally get together. Like, that's awesome. That's amazing. For all the ships this game split up, it's nice that it reconciled one from the main series. And yeah, they're essentially married right now, I think. They're off on their honeymoon, probably. Shuichi and Fu. Where's their honeymoon? I don't know. Where would their honeymoon be? They're in the Philippines. I don't know. It just feels right. Nah, they probably go to like. I don't know, Germany or something. I don't know. That's where a lot of classical composers are from. That seems like something Kaede would be into. This has nothing to do with the ranking at all. I'm just making fan fiction at this point. I don't know, somewhere in the Europe area, you know, birthplace of you know, lot of great classic mystery detective stories for Shoichi, music for Kaede. I'm just saying. I'm just writing fan fiction at this point. You know what? Let's just scrap the ranking, and I'm just gonna like live or die fan fiction now. Okay, Katsuya, the one whose name I forgot. Despite me forgetting his name, I actually did like him a lot. Just a classy blue collar man, and I respect that. He was a joy to have on screen. I liked his relationship with Sayori a lot. Those two were really cute together. I think he just died a little bit too early, honestly. If he lived a bit longer, I probably could have grown closer to him, but he died a bit too early. I appreciate the time we spent together, but you know, you didn't really do much to stand out super well. I mean, your case was absolutely devastating, so there's that. But you know, outside of that, you didn't do much to really stand out. You just had a nice vibe to you, and you didn't really get that time to shine to really make you, you know, make the spotlight your own, if that makes sense. So he's definitely not mid, because I did like him around, having him around a lot. But yeah, B seems fair. B seems fair. You know what? Aries an A now. I know I keep changing my mind, but that feels right. That feels right. 20 minutes from now, I'm gonna move her down again. We'll see. I don't need to be such a perfectionist about this. I understand, but I don't know. I want to be. All right, Megumi. All girl Megumi. I love Megumi. Megumi is great. I don't know. I think if you hate Megumi, that's probably a red flag, TBH, right? She's just so cool. She's so cool and dope. She has an amazing design, first of all. Probably, honestly, if we're just talking aesthetics here, she might have my favorite design in the game. Or Sayori. I really love both of their aesthetics. But yeah, it's nice to have a female protagonist, which is not something you can say about any of the main series Danganronpa games. Well, I guess V3 for like the first 5 hours before they decide to cuck you, but Fridge another female, you know. But it's nice to have a female protagonist, I will say that. And excuse me. And yeah, obviously she doesn't have like the most like out there personality, as most protagonists tend not to, but I mean she does have some nice moments. I riffed on it a lot, but the way she gets like easily upset over food stuff is a very good bit, first of all. And I don't know, those occasional childish outbursts that she has, when juxtaposed with like the more serious aspects of her character. You know, the actual clever mystery solver. It I don't know. It makes for a fun character. You never know what to expect from Megumi. She could be snarky. She could be locked in and serious. But I don't know. She's pretty just solid all around. I feel like pretty consistent, pretty just consistently cool. The scene where she reveals that she knew for a long time that Ryu was the mastermind and was just waiting to reveal it was fucking badass as shit. I really like Megumi. You know what? Yeah, Megumi. Is it S tier? Megumi might be the second S tier. If it's not S, it's high A. But I really like Megumi a lot. She's a great protagonist. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. She's just a really fun character, man. She fits her role really well. Whew. It's tough. It's tough. I think I'm gonna keep her at S for now. Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep her at S for now. Yeah, I like that. I like that. She had a nice relationship with all the characters too, especially Ryu and Ayaka. So yeah, I feel like S is appropriate. In 5 minutes, I'll probably lower it, but for now, I'm keeping it at S. Nini, Ultimate Rapper. Okay, so this is another character that at first I really didn't care about. Pervy humor is just not my type of humor, honestly. That's probably the big reason. I don't really have anything against it, just not my type. But I don't know. It was another one of those things where, like, as we progressed and started to get to know her more, I really liked her more and more. As we got to know, like, more aspects of her personality, and as we started becoming closer, I don't know, she kind of started becoming more funny to me. So, like, I feel like at the very least, I mean, B or A. I feel like we'll say B. She died in chapter 3. I feel like if she lived a bit longer, maybe she could have raised the ranks a bit more. But I feel like B's a pretty good place for her. Yeah, I like her a lot. She was fun. She was fun. I kind of do have to respect how just aggressively horny she was all the time. Towards everyone. I don't know. Part of me feels like I just have to some extent. Right? I mean, maybe it's just me, but... Okay, Pascal is up next. This one's a tough one. I like Pascal. I definitely like him. I just feel like he doesn't really have a whole lot of time to shine. He doesn't really do a whole lot. TBH. And he doesn't really have the most, like, memorable personality. TBH, when he died, I wasn't, like... I was upset, obviously, but I wasn't, like, the most upset, you know? I did like him a lot more, learning that he essentially sacrificed himself for us. That did make me feel a lot worse for the situation. But I mean, just overall, I didn't feel... not that I hate him, just compared to the rest of the characters on this list, I was just kind of more towards him than anything. I mean, he did marry Ayaka, so, like, if Ayaka likes him, I mean, I feel like I should give him a pass. I think I can give him a low B. I know that's another version, technically, but, you know, I gotta respect it. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't feel like to be put in the mid tier either, though. Like, I was kind of just joking about the Aiga thing, but he really doesn't feel right to be put here in C tier. Like, low B, is what I'm feeling. Yeah, low B. Rin, on the other hand, she's probably a B tier too, honestly. Yeah, you can go with your partner there, buddy. Um, I really liked her design a lot. I think um, her emphasis on logic over emotion made for some interesting conflicts. Chapter 3 really hammered that in, though, like, to an annoying degree, I gotta say. And, again, it kind of just made me wish we focused on, like, other facets of her personality a bit more. Um, Hearing about her sister was definitely very sad and made me like her a lot more. I don't know if that can still be considered a valid point, though, considering it's all a lie, but it did make me feel really sad for her. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I like her a lot, but, yeah, she's definitely like a B tier. Yeah. See now that I have more characters that like I can compare these characters to these remaining characters, I feel like it's a lot easier to place. Cause yeah, I'd say I like Rin just about as much as any of these other characters on this tier, but uh, I definitely like her less than all the characters on this tier. So yeah, now that we have like more characters to compare to actively, it's becoming a little bit easier for me personally. Yeah, I think B works for her. Did the music stop? Is the music still going? Oh no, the music's still going. It's just quiet on my end because it's a quiet song. Okay. Yeah, as long as we're good, then that's great. Um, all right, Ryu's next. Yeah, so we should be able to fly through these next few a bit quicker, hopefully. Ryu is next. I gotta say, his squiggle pattern is probably one of my favorites. Really does emphasize the sort of darkness that lies underneath without being like explicit about it. You know? Yeah, Ryu's squiggle pattern and Nini's squiggle pattern I really like a lot. They really do. Daichi's too. Those especially do a very like I think all of them do a really good job of emphasizing their character. I think those three in particular do a wonderful job. Um, and then fucking Yukino over here. I don't really know if it does a good job emphasizing his character, but well, yeah, you know what? It kind of does. Yeah. I was gonna say it's just very beautiful though. I really like this like stroke pattern. um, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's just rank these portrait arts by the squiggles. If this video gets 10 likes, I will rank these. I will rank the lower die portrait arts by the squiggles in the background. You know what? That would probably be the only tier list where Megumi would be F tier. You know what? It just doesn't look as good as all the other ones. Sorry, Megumi. But Ryu. So at first I wasn't the biggest fan of Ryu. I liked him as sort of a sidekick character to Megumi. And of course I like their relationship a lot. The detective and the mystery writer. It seemed like a match made in heaven. I like the way those two worked off each other, but just looking at him by himself, he didn't really speak to me all that much. Um, yeah, if he did end up dying, I would have probably been more sad for Megumi than I would have been sad about him dying, if that makes sense. I would have been more sad about how Megumi feels. Yeah, yeah. But I didn't hate him. If we were just rank him based on chapters 1 through 5, he'd probably be a B tier, like a mid B tier. But then chapter 6 comes around, and then it's revealed he is the mastermind, the ultimate Omega behind everything. And I kind of start liking him a bit more. Like, I think he makes for a really compelling and good villain. Um, like, honestly, he first of all, he is very scary. Um, just the basic fact that someone we grew so close to and attached to over the course of this journey turned out to be just betraying us so hard throughout the whole thing. It makes him scary. It's like, wow, what depths for this man to sink to, you know? How can one man be so crazy and deprived of basic humanity? And it just gets worse and worse the more he's talking, the more he's revealing about how he set it all up. You really just see just how scary this guy can get. And and not only that, he's very fun. He was a very fun character to like read for, read the dialogue for and everything, which makes me like him a bit more as well. But yeah, fuck that bad ending scene. I still think about from time to time, just how creepy and horrifying it was ultimately. Just the way he's able to manipulate everyone. It's horrifying. The imagery of him in the spider web is one I really like as well. But I also think for the it's a great first big villain for the Aru and Raven verse as a whole. It really does set up just how crazy and deprived Danganronpa fans in this universe can be as well, which really makes which really helps set up like some of the conflicts in Synthetic Love and eventually Survivor's Guild as well. It really just helps put them into like perspective a bit more. So like you know what, I gotta give Ryu. Is he S tier? Can I give him S tier just for one really good chapter when I was just kind of meh about him the whole time? Like I said, that reveal scene too, where Megumi was going through the list of why Ryu was the mastermind and whatnot, was really good. And they do a really good job hinting at it too, without making it obvious. I technically also did figure it out. But even then, I was still like unsure of myself. You know. I feel like we'll meet somewhere in the middle. We'll say A. We'll say A. If his villain persona is an S tier, and his regular whatever persona is a B tier, I'd say overall the enjoyment he gives me in this game is worthy of an A tier. Yeah, that sounds perfect. That sounds perfect. Now I know what you're probably thinking. We have hardly touched any of these lower tiers. Don't worry, that'll change soon. Not now though, because Sayori is another character I really like. In fact, she's probably the third S tier. Sayori was the chapter 2 victim of the Live or Die series. I was very distraught when she died. I really liked her a lot. I like the joke of her narrating all her little actions. Again, aesthetically, she has one of my favorite designs. She's just a fun character to hang around and be around. And the reveal of her disease, her mysterious illness, as cliche and corny as it might have been, still was a gut punch that emotionally upset me. So I gotta give it to Sayori there. Yeah, I feel like she could have potentially become my favorite character over Ayaka if she have gotten more screen time. But like honestly, I really do believe that. But of course, she had to fall victim to the chapter 2 curse, as I've started to refer to it, where a female character I really like, who I immediately fall in love with and has potential to be my favorite, dies before I can really hang out with them much. And yeah, that was Sayori in this case, unfortunately. I like her relationship with Katsuya a lot as well. I think they really do have a cute little relationship. The artist and the you know, working class hero, but yeah, again, wish the relationship got some more time to develop, but you know, it is what it is. It did yeah, it did make for an interesting case though. Even though I kind of figured it out immediately, it did make for an interesting case. I will say that. This Katamari music's like perfect for her, by the way. What perfect timing. Okay. If you're one of the people waiting for those lower tiers to get filled up, don't worry. I'm pretty sure these next two are gonna start filling them up. Takeshi and Yukido. We'll start with Takeshi. So we got the two chapter 1 deaths here. Obviously, because they died that early, they have a lot less screen time than a lot of the other people. So that doesn't help their case. But also, like, they really didn't do much to make me super like them and make me want to see more of them to begin with, if I'm being honest. So, like, you know, it wasn't, like, the biggest loss in the world for me, personally. Takeshi was kind of fun. I like the idea of an ultimate YouTuber. To be honest, though, I think I kind of like him more in Survivor's Guild, his Survivor's Guild variant. We'll talk about him later, because I think we're gonna have enough time to talk about Survivor's Guild as well. So I think we will do that, but yeah, Takeshi, yeah, he's probably a C tier, just kind of mid. Don't really care too strongly about him one way or the other. Yukido, on the other hand. Now, I do know if you... I have been told if you do his free time events, you do get to know a bit more about him. That helps him stand out. But outside of his free time events, he really is just sort of a Nagito clone. He doesn't really do much to stand out from Nagito. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. The way it's written in the story, it works. And it does lead to, I mean, especially mixed with the fact Kaede, you know, or Fu, is so similar to Kaede, and you're not sure what that means when you start off. So having someone so similar to Nagito, you know, gets your mind reeling with theories, which is probably the intent. And the way it all comes together, I think, is really well done at the end. Explaining how he is a Nagito clone, literally. That was his intention when Team Danganronpa created him. Which, you know, very, very meta. But, it's just a little tough, because it's like... It's like when I have all these cool, new, colorful characters here... It's hard to bring myself to care for a character I've already seen from the main series as much. Not, you know, again, I like him. The writers did a great job with him, but just me personally, I didn't want to spend as much time with him, you know? I wasn't super upset when he died. And honestly, to begin with, I might get some flack for this. I'm not even the biggest Nagito fan to begin with. Like, he's probably my favorite of the main series rivals, but yeah, so that probably doesn't help his case when it comes to the matters of my heart, but I gotta give him D. I gotta give him D. I don't hate him. He definitely does not deserve F, but D feels right to me. For my own ranking, D feels right to me. Again, nothing against the kid. I think the way he's written the story, it works incredibly well. Just as far as, like, if I'm ranking these characters based on how much time I wanted to spend with them on screen, Yukido is near the bottom of that list. That's how I feel. Um, but yeah, he did make for a somewhat compelling character still. Like I said, especially mixed with Fu, it does get your mind wheeling with theories. When he starts talking about killing people and has that turn of heart, it is very threatening. So like it works. Just I don't really care for him as much as the others, you know. And I feel like Fu works a little better than Yukito in this ranking for me. Uh, for a few reasons. One, because I like Kaede more. Two, I feel like the mystery of her of her losing her memories makes me even if she ended up not being Kaede, it makes me more attached to her from the get-go. Like there's that amnesia subplot just it's more intriguing to me than whatever Yukito's got going on, and yeah, those are like the two big things. But yeah, I think that is every single character ranked now. Yeah, and we included Bayaka as well, and also Synthetic Love Haruo. Gumi and Shoma are in Survivor's Guild, so we'll talk about them when we get to the Survivor's Guild tier list, but I think that's all. Wait a minute, nope. There's one more character that we haven't talked about yet. I just remembered. Holy shit, how could I forget the best character in the game? How could this guy forget the best character in the game? What the fuck? It's not even on here. I'm gonna hold on, I'm gonna have to add it in myself, so BRB. Just give me 1 second. I'll pause the music too. Hold on. Hell yeah, dude! Look at me, Ma. I'm in Danganronpa. Whoa! This is a very old photo of me, by the way. I don't look like this anymore. It was just... It was the first photo. It was the first photo I found on my computer, so... Back when I used to work at Subway. Oh my god, my haircut's awful. What the fuck was I doing? I didn't mean to immediately put myself in F tier, by the way, but it is the fact that happened is kind of funny. Yeah, this is from years and years ago. Oh my god. But yeah, I gotta put me somewhere on this tier list. After all, it was I who successfully freed. I mean, it wasn't just me. I mean, I guess Gumi and Shuichi helped a little bit, but it was mostly me who helped free the remaining survivors and kept tabs on them. Hacking into the security system, they wouldn't have been able to get out without me. So like, yeah, I feel like I deserve a place on this tier list, right? And I'm not talking about the me that is apparently a big time Danganronpa YouTuber, according to Survivor's Guild. Which, by the way, I'm still not over the fact they referenced me in that game. It is still such an honor. But the me that was me that I named my character after, that different character. It's a different character. Canonically. And I mean, obviously it's an S tier. I mean, obviously. I mean, if I can't put myself at S tier, then like, I don't deserve happiness. How can I truly be happy if I don't even have the respect for myself to say I deserve S tier? I look so fucking out of place and goofy. There's the tier list. Tell me in the comments what I got wrong. Uh, yeah, as you can see, it's very heavily stacked on top, which is great. Really goes to show how well these characters are all written. Um, and yeah, just reviewing everything, I think I agree with it. Yeah, I think this feels right. Yeah, I may change it at some point in the future. If we ever do another one of these tier lists, I'll be sure to let you know if I change anything on this one. Um, but this feels right. This feels right. And then I also put Bayek at A. Where did I put Bayek at? Did I put Bayek at A? I put Bayek at A. And then Synthetic Love Haruo at S. Yeah. Yeah, that feels right. And then me. Me, of course. Don't forget me. Alright. On to Survivor's Guilt, baby. Check this out. Cool transition. Oh, not yet, actually. Cool transition now. Bam! Hell yeah. Alright. Survivor's Guilt time. I'll turn the music back on for your listening pleasure. Ooh, this is the result music from Sonic 06. Perfect for kind of perfect for wrapping up a tier list, honestly. But yeah, so again, would like to clarify this is just gonna be based on chapter 1. So this is very likely to change at some point in the future. In fact, I guarantee it's going to change at some point in the future as we learn more about these characters and see how they develop. This is just solely based on chapter 1. So I gotta get adjusted before I fucking start this ranking. I'm gonna need to look up their names too. I don't remember some of these guys' names already. Han, Han. I'll try and do it off the top of my head. Okay, Yumi, Takeshi, Sumire. I remember that one. Shoma. Got made fun of a lot for that one. Rui. Rika. Monocurfy. You're the first one I'm having troubles remembering. Even though I really liked you. It started with an H. It definitely started with an H. It did not start with an H. It's Momoru. And then Mako, Kokoro. I mean, how could I forget fucking Kokoro? Kazuki, I had to look that one up too. Hayato, Gumi, Bolswa, at Atsuo. Yeah, that's right. Atsuo. Alicia. Why do I want to say Ami? That doesn't feel right. It's Aki. It's Aki. Fuck. I was close. I was so close. Okay. Enough fucking around. Let's do this. Again, I guess we'll just go in alphabetical order. So, let us start with Aki. Aki. And also the original tiers were like, they weren't lettered like this. I changed them to be consistent with the Live or Die one. Because like I said, eventually if I do this big tier list with all the Fangan characters from the Fangans we've played, yeah, I'm gonna combine this tier list with that tier list. So consistency is a good thing. And once again, Raven themselves, they're the one who made this, the creator themselves. So shout out to them. Shout out to them for just making some cool games, man. Both Aru and Raven. and also for just being super cool anytime I've ever interacted with them. I really appreciate our little interactions, even if it's not much. I'm getting emotional today. I don't know why. I need more water. All right, Aki. I don't really have a lot to say about Aki. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I do really like the idea of a graver. How do I say that again? Graver. I learned it and then I forgot it. Once I didn't need that knowledge anymore, it's like my brain purged it from my mind. But I really like the idea of, like, you know, a model known for her, like, pinups and whatnot. You know, completely removing herself from that life to the point where she's wearing very conservative clothes, covering up as much as she can. It's a nice idea, and it makes me really feel bad for her right off the bat, and really want to, like, root for her, and just learn more about her, and hopefully one day, like, see her feel comfortable in her body again. Just comfortable, like, expressing herself again, you know. But I mean, she doesn't really do much in the first chapter. I do immediately like her a lot though, so, like, that's gotta be worth something. She's just not one of my absolute favorites. She is funny though. I will say that too. She does have some funny, like, jabs at the other characters. As far as, like, characters on, like, the colder side are concerned, she is probably one of the more entertaining ones, I'll say. And I like her design a lot. The green hair. I think it's fun. I'm gonna say, we'll say B. We'll say B for now. I might change that, but we'll say B for now. Alicia is next, and Alicia's gotta be high tier. I really like Alicia a lot. I've sung a lot of her plays already during chapter 1 playthrough. I like how open she is. I like how she is very sexually active without being, like, fan servicey or what's the term I'm looking for? I mean, I feel like fan servicey probably covers what I'm trying to say, but feel like I worded it better before. But listen, I'm tired and sleep deprived, so I mean this is the best you're gonna get from me right now. But yeah, she's pretty cool. She has a great design. Didn't expect the sexy chest clothes, but you know what? She rocks it. She slays in that outfit. And I also just really like how understanding she is towards Rui. Obviously she knows when to tell him to, like, cut the crap and get serious, but, like, you know, I like the relationship she's always starting to form with Rui, and I'm curious to see how it develops, how it flowers and blossoms. If Live or Die is anything to go off of, they're probably gonna end up being, like, a ship or something. But I don't know. They could play with my expectations a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, I'm gonna be devastated when one of them eventually dies. So yeah, I think right now. I think right now I'll put her in A. I'll be safe. I'll put her in A. I don't know. Kind of feels weird to put any character in S tier right off the bat, just based on chapter 1. But I mean, there's a few I want to, and I will probably put at least one in S tier. If you know, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to put too many in S tier. You know, I'll wait to see how they develop a little bit more. Atsuyo is cool. I don't have super strong feelings towards him. He's chill. He seems fun to hang out with. I like the idea of him being the youngest person to ever be in a Danganronpa. But other than that, he doesn't really have a whole lot going for him. To me, sick design. Again, seems chill. I feel like I'd be friends with him IRL. But yeah, he's kind of just whatever. I'll put him as C tier for now. Again, as we play more chapters, these characters are probably gonna rise in the ranks. I feel like, because this is a very well-rounded cast, and I feel like as I grow closer to them, like it's gonna probably end up more being like what the Live or Die tier list was like. The problem is we just only have the one chapter right now, so I'm not like especially fond of any of them yet. Like super fond of them, the same way I am of the Live or Die characters. But yeah. I am definitely coming back to this once the game is finished. I will say that much. I may come back to it every now and then before that, but definitely gonna come back to this tier list at least once at some point. For sure. Boleslaw. I am still fully 100% convinced he is the mastermind. I know I went on a little conspiracy theory rant during the chapter 1 video. But I'm sorry, man. Papa Smurf hat over here looking kind of sus. And also I just don't trust politicians, but I mean, I do like him just so far based on what we've seen. I can't bring myself to hate him just because I'm trying to see the worst in all of his actions. He seems very friendly. He seems to actually care about the people he's representing, which, hey, can't say that about pretty much any other politician, so. But is it a ruse? That's the question. We'll have to find out eventually. Like I said, I don't use the Discord server that often, but I do scroll through it sometimes. I saw a lot of other people suspecting Boleslaw as being the masterminds, which made me feel so much better. Made me feel a lot less crazy. But yeah, just as he stands right now. Plus more trans rep. I always like more trans representation. Like I said, I kind of do hope he's the mastermind, because I would love to have a trans villain. I don't know. I feel like I said, I would love, like I said in the chapter 1 videos, I feel like I just want more trans representation in every role that character can fit into, you know? Villains, protagonists, you know, sidekick, the works. I'd like variety for my trans characters, please. So I do kind of hope he's the villain, like TBH. But we'll see. I'll say, yeah, if he does die, I'm probably gonna be pretty bummed out. So I'll say B. I'll say B. Yeah. Yeah, I feel comfortable in that. Gumi, I mean, I feel pretty much the same way that I feel about Megumi. She's just like a more serious Megumi. TBH, but she still has all the traits that make regular Megumi cool. But she's got like longer, more flowy hair, which I like. I like her hairstyle more. What can I say? She's just like a more mature, more experienced Megumi. Which, yeah, I mean, if I put Megumi in S tier, I feel like I kind of gotta put her in S tier too, right? Nah, yeah, we'll put her in S tier. I feel like I can be a little bit looser with this one, because I know I'm gonna change it at some point. So yeah, fuck it. This one's really mostly just for fun. the live or die tier list was like the big thing I wanted to do and cover. But this one's mostly just for fun. Um, but yeah, I like Gumi. I think she probably has my second favorite, sort of dynamic with Rui, our protagonist. Uh, she like Alicia is also very understanding, but she is a lot more willing to call Rui out on his crap. Um, which I like. That's something I really like in relation to Rui. How all the characters have different perspectives on his talent. We'll talk more about Rui in a moment, but yeah, Gumi and Alicia are like the two big ones when it comes to that dynamic with the main character. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I got Gumi at S tier, especially after she saved everyone's asses and live or die like bonus points. Yeah, really helped build the world of the games a bit more. Yeah, yeah. I'm saying yeah a lot. Oh, and her role in Synthetic Love as well. Yeah, she was like the one person who was actively trying to reach out to Haruo, that we know of anyway, and trying to get him to come to like group therapy meetings and whatnot. And she is the one who hooked Haruo up with Daichi. It's like, yeah, I feel like all that's gotta be worth something. Yeah, fucking S tier, for sure. I don't even know why I'm doubting myself. Hayato is next. Hayato is definitely the rival character of sorts in this game. And he is a very fun one. I really like Hayato. He is... Let me just get this clear. He is an absolute fucking dick. And, I mean, if you... Looking back at that, at the Chapter 1 trial, there was a point where I like snapped at him, uh, because his antics were starting to annoy me. But I mean, overall though, like I think he is a very fun sort of antagonistic force, for Rui, and yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. Reading his lines is a blast. I think I got him at A tier. He's just fun. He's just fun. That's all I ask for. Like, if you're gonna be a dick, at least be fun about it. I also gotta say, I like how he's like very colorful, with his like hair and clothes, and Rui is definitely a lot more neutral colors, not as popping, really works with their dynamic of sorts. Also, I just realized Alicia's color scheme is very black and white on account of her being a chess player, and so is Rui's hair. How cute. The colors of Danganronpa. Wait a minute. Yo, what if Alicia's the mastermind? Oh my god, hold on. New theory popping up in my mind. This wasn't my plan for what was going to happen today, but I'm thinking about it. I kind of get like Shiho from Danganronpa Checkmate vibes from Alicia. I mean, Shiho and chess are Shiho was a shogi grandmaster, and shogi and chess are very similar games. That I feel like could be cool. Like, I feel like chess could be a possibly cool theme for a mastermind, And then the black and white clothing, we think it's just for chess, but it's actually to represent Danganronpa. Oh. I don't know, I'm probably overthinking it, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Uh, it is a theory I'll ponder about for sure. But we're still in chapter 1, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Point is, Hayato's A tier. Uh, Speaking of fun dicks, Kazuki. I didn't like him much at first, but there's something just super funny about his childlike whimsy when it comes to money. Like, just absolutely, it cracks me up. I hate him in everything he stands for, but as a character, he is very fun to watch. And he's kind of growing on me. I kind of hope he gets the redemption arc. But keeps the fun, keeps that childlike wonder. That one sprite where where he's like smiling and whatnot. It's just it's just so kid coded. I'll give him a B though. I'll give him a B. Kokoro, oh my god, don't even get me fucking started on Kokoro. S tier, automatically. I should probably get started on Kokoro. That's kind of the point of this video, but I love her so fucking much. First of all, she is so fucking adorable design-wise. I love her hair. I love the freckles, the blue eyes. She is so cute. And her personality fits that really, really well. She's a lot like Aika, a little timid. Not quite to the point Aika is, but as I said before, I really do like those characters a lot. Like I said, she's not as timid, and she's also very friendly. I feel like, again, if Kokoro was real, I'd hang out with her. She'd be, well, I'd like her to be my best friend. There's no guarantee that that she'd want to be best friends with me, I suppose, but I'd like her to be my best friend. I feel like we get along. I don't know. We can chill. I don't know what we do together, but I don't know. Play Surgeon Simulator. Combine my interest in video games with with hearts. I like Kokoro. That's all I'm saying. You know what? This might be weird to say, but if there was any character from any of these Aru and Raven games that I do have a crush on, it is probably Kokoro. Aika I just like a lot as like a character. But I really do like Kokoro. I wouldn't say my likeness for Aika is like a crush, a fictional crush, but yeah. And just like with Aika though, I feel this like innate sense that I want to keep her away from danger. I don't want any harm to befall her. But of course, it probably will, because it's Danganronpa, but you know what, man? I can hope. I can hope. I really want to... This is probably also weird to say, but I want to feel her hair. I feel like it'd be really fun to ruffle. Is that weird of me to say? Like, just like, get your hand in there, just ruffle it up. I don't know. It just looks like it has a nice texture for that. I don't mean it in any weird way, but like, now that I'm saying it out loud, I feel weird. So I'm just gonna move on. But I like Kokoro is the point. I was actually rewatching the chapter 1 daily life video, the portion where I was looking at all the characters and finding out like when they were born and what their age would be, because the game takes place in like 2030 something, right? So I was like trying to figure out what their age would be in 2024 right now. And then I got to Kokoro, and I found out she's around my age. And I said something along the lines of, oh, she's age appropriate. And I was looking back on that, and I was like, what the fuck did I mean by that? So I just wanted to get that out there, because I was rewatching that like a while ago, and I was like, it's been on my mind ever since. I don't know what... I think I meant to say she's around my age. But, like, why did I say it so weirdly? Okay. It's just whatever. I'm being weird right now, so let's just move on. Mako. Mako. I like Mako a lot. I feel like this is definitely like like sort of the writer's response to like characters like Tenko, you know. Um you know, characters who you know, fall into this like stereotype of you know, female characters fall into the stereotype of hating all men, without any really like nuance or anything like that. Just for some cheap jokes or whatever. I feel like Mako is definitely the writer's response to that kind of character. And hey, by all accounts, like I like Mako a lot. She's a lot more of a nuanced character, which makes her view of men a lot more like understandable, and also makes it seem like a lot more of a serious thing, and not just, you know, something to goof and gaff at. Jesus. You know, Gender Wars. I've been on Twitter a lot the past few days, and Gender Wars are always like terrible. I hate seeing that kind of shit on my timeline, because no one wants any sort of nuance. You know, it's just like you know, a girl expresses concern with, you know, how men act sometimes, and then a bunch of men get on there and is like women just want us all to die, and it's blah 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 blah, and they don't realize they need men to survive, and it's just like it's terrible. It's no fun, and I hate seeing that all the fucking time. I hate it. It's a very like nuanced topic that has a lot of intricacies, and you know, I feel like there's so many people that don't want to have a serious discussion about it. They just want to get mad and defensive, and it's yeah. It's just, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's refreshing to see a take on it that is like, that has that nuance. You know, Mako actively acknowledges her distrust of all men is like a problem, but like at the same time, like, you know, considering what she's been through, you can't really like 100% blame her. Like it comes from an understandable place. Like she does admit it is something like she probably needs to work on, especially in a situation like this. But like yeah, again, like I said, you can't really like blame her for it. It handles it very well, is what I'm trying to say. And plus, she just has a really cool design. I like her voice. That during the chapter where she like interjected us, she had a really nice voice. She doesn't really do a whole lot yet, but she is sort of like rekindling a relationship with Rika, which I think will be interesting later on down the line. And I'm very excited to see where that goes. It's probably going to lead to one of them dying, but you know how these games are. I'm sure there'll be, you know, more to it than that, though. I feel like Mako deserves a B. Yeah, She's very pretty. She's very pretty now that I'm like really looking at her. I could definitely see her rising the ranks though, definitely, 100%. Like I said, I could see all these characters rising the ranks eventually. I'll have to create an S plus tier if Kokoro gets any cooler. Um, Mamoru is, I don't even have to think about it. I think Mamoru is definitely an A tier. I like shy characters, like I said. Mamoru does definitely fit that trope a lot more than like Kokoro does, for example. Um, and I think the idea of a jock being that type of character is really funny and adds a nice unique twist to it. Um, that I wasn't expecting. So I like Mamoru a lot. I cannot wait to see more of him. Monocurfy, I don't know how to rank him. I don't really view the mascots in the same way I view the rest of the characters, so it's kind of hard for me to. They're kind of their own thing to me, so I kind of just don't really compare them typically. Um, I mean, I like him. I prefer Monokuma, I suppose, but yeah, he has a cool design. I'm sure he'll have some more random moments later on. Some more funny moments too. Just can't think of any like super memorable moments with him off the top of my head. So I guess just B. Yeah, I guess just B. That seems fair. Yeah. No, yeah, that seems fair. Rika, Ultimate Tattoo Artist. First of all, I love this design. Whoever designed her cooked, absolutely cooked. Uh, she is so cool. There's so many cool, intricate details on it. I love the blue hair. Blue hair, like, I'm gonna be real when it comes to like weird anime hair colors. Blue is probably one of my favorites. That's probably another reason I like Hayato a lot. But yeah, Rika's fun. Rika's a lot of fun. I think you know what? Yeah, I think A tier is probably pretty good for her. Again, like with Mako, I'm very, very curious to see how their relationship develops. It's another dynamic with Rui I really like. She's just fun, easygoing, optimistic. Again, can't really say much about her too much yet. But she does give strong, good first impressions, and I feel like I feel like she could easily grow into the S rank. I immediately fell in love with her. She's just every time she's on screen, I smile, and that's really all I gotta say. She would also fit really well with the chapter 2 curse. I would not be surprised if she is the victim in chapter 2. Again, another female character that I like immediately. Again, not necessarily my favorite. It doesn't always necessarily have to be my favorite, but it does have to be one that could be my favorite. One that I like immediately and want to grow closer with, but just don't have the time to. Sometimes it is my favorite, but that doesn't mean always. So we'll see. It probably is gonna be Horror Kokoro though. Just knowing my fucking luck. I don't want either of them to die, but Aru and Raven, if you're listening, please don't kill Kokoro. I mean, I know you already, you probably already have the plan. But I just want you to know, as you're finalizing the script, if Kokoro dies, just know what you'll be doing to me, and ask yourself if you can live with that. The answer is probably yes. It won't affect me that much in the long run, TBH. It's not like it's going to send me on some crazy downward spiral, but I'm just joking, by the way. You keep making the games how you make them. Obviously, don't fucking don't take me seriously. I'm just being a whiny bitch. On that note, Rui. I like Rui a lot as a protagonist. There are so many intricacies that I feel like we can delve into with this character. Um, Megumi, I didn't really get that from Megumi. I like Megumi for like different reasons. Rui is like a very complex character though. Obviously, there's these two sides of him. The one that has the trauma from being in a Danganronpa game, but also the side that um, just has an innate sense of love for the series because of how he was, I guess, programmed. Um, which, as I pointed out, the split color in his hair perfectly represents. Uh, they're also just happens to match Danganronpa colors. Um, but also he seems like a very nice kid. He seems to really care about everyone around him, and and that he does seem to want to get better at not showing compassion for the series that traumatized them all. And that makes you want to naturally root for him and want to see him succeed and do better, become a better version of himself. Um, and yeah, like obviously, like he does definitely deserve to be called out for his crap every now and then, but like also sometimes you can't help but feel bad for him when that happens because like he physically just can't help it. Well, like I guess he can, but it's like it's just really hard to. Um, so like yeah, I like him a lot. There's a lot we could delve into and like lot we could talk about with how far is like is there a point where Rui ever goes too far? Um, and I feel like these topics will come up eventually as we progress through the chapters as well. Um, is there a point where Rui will ever go too far? Um, where he can't recover? Is his Danganronpa fanboyism really like excusable? Like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of interesting conversation that could be had about this character, um, which yeah makes him a very very well rounded character, but also just in general, I just really like him. Again, he seems like a good kid. That seems to be struggling with just the way he was designed. Just in constant conflict with his personality, which yeah, it's a struggle that I think is interesting. So I think he deserves an S tier. I really like him. I really like him a lot. Um, there was one thing I wanted to say too. I can't remember what it was though. Oh, but there seems to be like the end of chapter one seemed to hand out like possibly um more of like a dark side to his personality, I guess. I don't know if that's how I want to word that, but like there was like that point where he admitted to thinking he was the protagonist of the game they were in. Um which maybe shows like a bit of ego, I suppose. We'll see how that develops later on, of course. Um but I think that's another layer that's going to make this character really interesting. The struggle mixed with that ego. And like I feel like the so it has been confirmed to me that every chapter is going to be set up like chapter 1 where there's going to be it's not always going to be Megumi, but it's going to be two different characters, Rui and then someone else. And that you're with both these characters you're going to sort of go through the case. Um So sort of like how Megumi carried the first half of the case, and then Rui finished off with the rest. Um, I'm assuming every trial after that's gonna be somewhat similar to that. Um, but yeah, I feel like that's all probably gonna be building up to the fact that Rui probably isn't like that great at Danganronpa as like that great at actually playing it and going through the trials. I mean, if he has to be carried like that, yeah, you know. So I wonder how that's gonna sort of build up and where that's gonna lead as well. Um, it seems like he really wants to to be good at this game that he admires, but just isn't. So if like Ryu, I suppose, in that way. Um, that was also something they brought up about Ryu when he was revealed to be the mastermind. How he wanted to play the role of detective, but he couldn't really, stack up to Megami. So I mean, I wonder if that was intentional. It probably was. I feel like it might have been. Um, these writers are a clever bunch. More cleverer than I'll ever be. But yeah, that's probably another reason why Megami was like the first chapter companion, I suppose. Uh, if my theory is correct, anyway. Um, Not only as sort of like a passing of the torch moment, the first protagonist going on to the second one, or somewhat the first protagonist to the second one, but also to build that sort of thematic relationship that Megumi and Live or Die had with Ryu. you know, I don't know if I'm explaining myself too well, but I hope that all made sense. Um, Point is, I think they're building up to Rui not being the the greatest at the actual trial part of Danganronpa. He got away with murder, but you know what? They never said how he did during the actual trials when it came to solving the case. Um, he can talk the talk and watch all those shows as much as he wants, but I think he may be a little in over his head a little bit. And again, I'm very very curious to see how that will play out as the chapters progress. Yeah, I think that's all I gotta say about Rui, sorry. They do have very similar names too. Coincidence? That one might be a coincidence, yeah. Okay, Shoma. The thing is, so I got to think about not only how Shoma is in this game, but also in Synthetic Love, and because that's just how I'm doing this. The thing is, he doesn't really do much in either game. He does have a very relatable struggle. I will say that much. And while you may or may not agree with the methods he took, you can see how he got to that point logically. At least I can, anyway. But yeah, he doesn't really do much. Now I'm thinking about it. His struggle is really the big thing. And don't get me wrong, it's a very very compelling struggle. It's a very important discussion to have as well. But I don't know. There's not much about him as as a character outside of that really compels me towards him. I think he works off of Haruo and Synthetic Love pretty well. And then yeah, he has that fight with Rui. Um, Will Rui took things a bit too far, and maybe that could be another hint that Rui is maybe not the most in control of his emotions. That could eventually develop to something, but I don't know, as his own standalone character, like I said, his struggle is like the way he struggles and handles his PTSD and whatnot is like the biggest part of his character. But outside of that, there's not really a whole lot to go off of for me. Maybe if I did his free time events, there'd be more I could say. But I mean, I like him. I definitely did not want him to die. I definitely want him to live on and grow and get past his struggle. And you know, reconnect with Haru even. Not necessarily like get back together with him, but just see that, because he still clearly cared about him a lot. Just see that he's doing okay and everything. And so I still feel really bad that he died and everything, but I don't know. I just, compared to everyone else, I just don't feel as strongly about him personally. And I feel really bad about saying that. I think it's mostly just a matter of he didn't get a whole lot of screen time, TBH. Because, like, I don't know. He has the potential to rank very highly, like Synthetic Love's version of Haruo. Just, you know, we didn't really see much of him. So, I think that's all it really boils down to. I think C tier is fair. Sumire. Never gonna mispronounce your name again. Probably. I like Sumire a lot. I think she's fun. Again, hasn't really done much yet. But I would like to spend more time with her and learn more about her, and give her a chance to grow as a character, grow on me as well. But I think right now I feel pretty safe just putting her at B tier. Just I don't have a whole lot to say about her. I like her. I like her design a lot as well. Her talent is pretty cool, and again, her design fits that very well. I've always been interested in space myself, TBH. So, like, Ultimate Astronomer is right up my alley, and the purple blue combination, I really like that a lot. One of my favorite color combinations. Also nice to have some like plus size representation in the cast. So I always gotta admire that. But yeah, like, hasn't really done much yet. I do want to see her do more though. I do like her a lot. So I'll put her at a solid B. Yeah. And there's nothing about her personality that made me feel super strongly about her like some of these other characters in S or in A tier. So yeah, yeah. Again, she could always go up though. Shoot for the stars, Sumire. And by stars, I mean the S tier. That's what the S tier stands for. Stars. You got this. I called her Sumire again. Fucking, I didn't even mean to do it that time. I didn't even realize it until after I finished the sentence. Oh my god. Takeshi's probably a C tier again. Yeah. I do kind of like him a bit more than Live or Die Takeshi, because the fact that he's so grown out of his YouTube channel and has struggled to stay relevant, that sort of boy failure addition to his personality makes him a little bit more entertaining to me. But yeah, otherwise I still feel pretty much the same way about him. I guess he's a dad now too, which is pretty cool. He just seems like a more chill version of what we got in Live or Die. So yeah, I feel C is appropriate. And then Yumi. Poor Yumi. Your execution fucking devastated me. Um, so I feel like just for that, I gotta put you at A. Right? I did not expect you to die that early. And you died in such a sad way. The fact you didn't even mean to murder, you just accidentally stumbled upon one. Fucking heartbreaking. If it wasn't for that, I probably would probably put you at like B, maybe C. But but yeah, I felt really bad for you. Um which must mean, you definitely did something right as a character, so yeah, gotta give you props there. Um I did want to spend more time with you though, definitely. Sad you are dead. Very sad. Um, yeah, I was looking forward to learning more about you and maybe spend some free time events with you at some point. So, uh, yeah, I do like your motherly nature to everyone, and uh, you are one of the older members of this cast. I don't know if you're quite the oldest. I feel like Takeshi might have been older. I can't remember fully, but I might be wrong about that. She was definitely one of the older ones though, which did make things a bit interesting. Um, I feel like the difference is like even if Takeshi is older, Takeshi wouldn't like act like it. Meanwhile, she fully embraced it. She fully embraced the mom life. Um, the fact that she is the mom and the guilt that she still has inside about murdering it all just makes for a very tragic character, man. I really wanted to see her return to her family. I really did. Fuck, man. Even thinking about it, I'm pissed off. It's been months and I'm still mad. uh, oh well. That's the tier list though. Yeah, so this one's definitely gonna change. I feel like the Little Die one is pretty set in stone. Obviously, my goofy ass face there is just for a bit, but just a meme. But but yeah, the Live or Die one is definitely gonna change. I'm looking forward to seeing how it shakes up as we progress through the chapters. I could totally see any of these characters going up, or down. We'll see. Uh, but I'm very excited to see what comes next for all of them, which I think is a sign of a good cast. Even though I don't have a lot to say about all of them right now, I don't have super strong feelings towards some of them as of right now. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what's next, and those, they could easily develop into stronger feelings, stronger bonds. We'll just have to see. But that's my tier list. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm sorry there was no Danganronpa another episode today. Next week, though, we will be back on the Danganronpa Another Grind with a new format. So, no more 6 hour long videos, but we'll still have the same amount of fun no matter what. I promise. And once we finish Danganronpa Another, I think we'll do another one of these tier lists. This time we'll do Checkmate and another. I think is what the next tier list will be. Yeah, that sounds right. And then yeah, and then after Danganronpa Another, time to find another fan game. We'll probably, I don't know when Survivor's Guild Chapter 2 is coming out, but it'll probably come out by that time, I would assume. So we'll probably play that, and then another fan game. Yeah, I have plans. I have plans for the future of this Fangan series. I want to keep doing it for as long as I possibly can. I'm having so much fun with it. Sad there's not too many more complete Fangans. Like after I complete another, I believe all that's left is another two, H2O, and Lapse as far as games are concerned. So I might have to expand my horizons a little bit. Might have to play some demos or some canceled projects if I want to keep doing this. Uh, which I wouldn't mind doing, honestly. I was a little against it at first, but you know, after thinking about it for a little bit, it could be fun to explore some of those passion projects that never fully came into fruition. Uh, See what a little glimpse at what could have been, I suppose. Uh, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But I do have plans. This is one of my favorite series that I'm doing, these Fanganronpas right now. So yeah, I just want to thank you all for watching these. Really, it means a lot. And yeah, again, special shout out to Aru and Raven. If it wasn't for Danganronpa Live or Die, I would not be doing this right now. So I feel like I definitely owe them a big shout out for that. Um, and again, just for being really chill anytime I've interacted with one of them, and for and again for put me as a reference in Survivor's Guild Chapter 1. I am still not over that. That was so cool. I'm not even lying. I really want to like text my brothers uh when I found that out and be like, dude, I got reference in the video game. Like just get really excited and gushy with them. But then I was like, oh, they probably don't care. But I was very honored. So yeah, just shout out to Aru and Raven. Thank you for just everything. Uh, anyway, I think that's all I gotta say. I need to go to bed. I haven't slept in a while, and I have work in 4 hours. So yeah, I should probably get a little bit of shut eye. But this, you know how insomnia is, man. I felt like I couldn't sleep unless I got something big like this done, and well, now that it's done, I feel tired. So it is what it is. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. So yeah, another chapter 3 coming soon next week, and then hopefully we'll just finish another with no more interruptions or breaks. Then Survivor's Guild Chapter 2, assuming it's out by then. And then I'm kind of leaning towards Danganronpa H2O as the next fan game we play, the next big fan game we play. I think H2O might be the next big one. I don't want to say anything yet, but don't want to say anything definitive yet. We still have 4 more chapters of Danganronpa Another to go through. Actually, I think technically 5. I think I heard there's like a bonus, like chapter 0 or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know where that fits into the chronology, but I think it's somewhere in the game. But technically 5, I suppose. I guess 6 if you want to count the epilogue. I don't know. We have a long way to go before that point, is what I'm trying to say. Thank you all for watching, though. I'm sorry, I'm rambling on because I just like yapping with you all. I love you all. Hope you guys have a lovely day or evening or night, and stay safe out there, everyone. Have yourselves a great. I already said that. You know what? Have yourselves an especially great day. Double or nothing. I need bed. I'm tired. Good night.